In the middle of a thick, green jungle, a young chimpanzee named Kibo lived happily with his clan. They were more than family and friends who spent every day together, eating, gathering food, and looking out for one another. Kibo loved making the younger chimps laugh with his tricks and his quick jumps through the trees. The clan was close and peaceful, and Kibo felt safe among them. One day, something changed in their jungle. The ground shook, and the sound of loud, heavy footsteps grew closer. Kibo's heart began to pound. He looked around to see his family growing tense and quiet, waiting to see what was coming. Then they saw him. Bane, a giant silverback gorilla, appeared from the trees. Bane was huge, with thick muscles and a fierce look in his eyes. He walked slowly, with a cruel grin on his face. Behind him were other gorillas, just as big and strong. They looked at the chimpanzee clan with hunger and anger. Kibo knew who Bane was. He had heard stories of the fierce gorilla who took what he wanted and left fear wherever he went. Bane had wanted the chimpanzee clan's home for a long time because their land was filled with fruit trees and fresh water. But Kibo had never thought Bane would come here, to their jungle. Now he was here, and he wanted to take everything. Kibo stepped forward, feeling fear, but also a strong need to protect his family. He stood in front of Bane, trying to look brave, even though he knew he wasn't as strong as the gorilla. Kibo hoped that his speed and cleverness would be enough to save his clan. Bane's eyes narrowed as he looked at the smaller chimp. Then, with a loud roar, Bane charged straight at Kibo. The two faced off in the middle of the jungle. Kibo darted from side to side, avoiding Bane's huge arms and heavy fists. He tried to strike back, but his hits barely affected Bane. The gorilla was too strong, too powerful. Every time Kibo tried to get close, Bane would swing his fists, forcing Kibo to jump back. Soon, Kibo began to feel tired. His heart was beating fast, and his legs felt heavy. Bane swung his arm again, and this time he struck Kibo hard. Kibo fell to the ground, pain shooting through his body. He tried to get up, but his strength was gone. Bane's gang carried Kibo in front of him. Bane spoke in a proud and arrogant way to Kibo.
"This weak little chimp thought he could stop me."
Bane growled, his deep voice echoing through the trees.
"Now he will pay for his foolishness."
Bane decided to throw Kibo into the raging waterfall. Kibo's family and friends followed behind, too afraid to run or resist as Bane's gang pushed them forward. They were nearing the waterfall, a massive, roaring wall of water crashing into a deep pool far below. Everyone in the jungle feared this place. Falling into the water meant certain death. Helpless, Kibo was thrown into the waterfall. His clan screamed and cried in despair, their voices echoing through the air. They watched in horror as their youngest and bravest hero disappeared into the raging waters below.